We have the next match, and the last match for the night. It's the Mox versus Darby Allin match. If you want to
Beautiful match. So, story of the match is like Moxley laid out in his promo that Darby is basically willing to do anything, and he doesn't know when to stop because Darby is offensive. Like he does these big dives, big crossbody jumps down from turnbuckle. He just launches his body from anywhere with terminal velocity. And another little story beat they did there is the smart by Darby Allin. He attacks Mox's hand. He breaks the hand, and this allows him to get out of a paradigm shift by twisting the fingers. That's really smart booking there. I'm not gonna do a full match recap. I just want to talk more about the story, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, definitely.
Next big thing is Wardlow walks out, and at this point I was like, I should have seen this coming. MJF freaking set it up, right? So Wardlow distracts referee Rick Knox. MJF uses the opportunity to hit Mox with the title belt. At this point, Mox is bleeding, and I believe this one was bleeding. Have you heard something to the contrary?
No, I'm just trying to think where, like, because he was still in the ring. So how do you? I'm trying to think what part.
Just after he's hit, he turns on his belly, and you see like.
Right. Okay. I didn't even notice that.
And there were a lot of camera cuts not focusing on Mox's face. He had ample opportunity to do so.
Makes sense.
So,
hell of a lot cleaner cut than Matt's.
Sorry?
Hell of a lot cleaner than Matt.
Yeah. And Darby doesn't see any of this. So he kind of just sees that Mox is laying on the mat, and he tries to capitalize, goes to the top rope, coffin drop, 2.99999, perfect late kick out. And yeah, Darby hits some moves, sets up the second coffin drop, but Mox catches him and puts him in a kind of coquina clutch type of move, sleeper hold, and yeah, Darby seems to fade. And this is the point that Mox's promo sets up like really perfectly. This is the point where he knows now he needs to stay down, or he will risk injury. But Darby doesn't stay down, does he? He just rakes the eyes, gets out of it, and Mox hits this brutal pile driver, like neck breaker pile driver, right?
Gotch style pile driver.
Yeah.
Good old Gotch.
2.9. Second time, Darby should have stayed down. He didn't stay down the first time. He risked a neck injury with this move. Yeah, didn't stay down. And you can tell the mimic of Moxley now. He's kind of considering his options. What should he do to this kid? But yeah, he warned him. He told him what would happen, and he needs to make him listen, basically. So he picks him up. Darby Allin is just dead weight at this point. Paradigm shift 3. Beautiful storytelling throughout the match. I loved it.
Beautiful, yeah. Like I wasn't expecting the Gotch style pile driver either, because like that's such a Japanese move to use, because Gotch is pretty renowned for teaching a lot of the bigger Japanese wrestlers these days. In fact, one of his biggest disciples is Minoru Suzuki, and it's his actual finisher is the Gotch style pile driver because Gotch was his mentor. So I was quite taken aback by that. Yeah, you can see afterwards as well. Like MJF is furious because he thought he was going to get Mox out of the way with this here and give himself a way easier match at All Out as well. So like again, it kind of plays into the story that even MJF was talking about earlier in his promo as well. Like, you know, that he could easily beat Darby and, you know, still kind of like, boisterously saying he's going to beat Moxley as well, but you can tell that he's kind of afraid of Moxley. Moxley's still
Yeah.
a challenge to him, and there's that wonderful sort of nuance to it.
Yeah. And a little thing I didn't mention, that after pinning Darby, Mox still stays at his side, checks to see if he's okay. Kind of puts his hand on his head and stuff like that.
It's weird because like Mox really likes Darby, but Darby's not really. I feel like Darby's like the rebellious son that Mox never had.
And like Mox sets Darby Allen up as his younger self, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And his younger self wouldn't have taken the S word from this Mox guy.
No, he would not. He would do exactly what Darby done. It's beautifully orchestrated in such a way, which is like, God, really great storytelling again. Just really great storytelling.